Ah, yes. Absolutely gorgeous day outside at the moment. I'm just back from Lebanon, and yeah, Lebanon's one of these places. Being half Lebanese, it's a country I've visited so much. I've gone nearly at least once a year since I was a baby. I owe my summers, I owe my childhood to Lebanon, playing in my granny's garden, and the land there is just incredible. And as I got older, having a bit of an identity as a Lebanese person became more of a thing. It's a fantastic place, and so I wanted to showcase a few reasons why I think you should go to Lebanon. Other than this just being a normal vlog, I wanted to break it down into different categories, from the food to the social life, the family, the friends, the nature, the elements, the way the seasons change. This is one of the first times I've ever got a chance to go to Lebanon in the winter, and it makes a difference being able to ski and having things done in the house. Okay, I don't think this noise is going to stop, so how about we just jump straight into it. One of the most eye-opening things about Lebanon is the driving. Lebanese drivers, more than anything, they're very confident, they're very fast, so you have to kind of be very sharp on the road. I actually got a chance this year, for the first time ever, to drive on the Lebanese roads. Driving an automatic, driving on the other side of the road, all these things combined, along with Lebanese drivers going past me, but it was fine. It was just like driving anywhere else. Food is everything in Lebanon. Cuisine is so vast. There's so many different types of food. The whole family coming together, everyone always eating together, all these big meals. Around lunch especially is the biggest meal of the day. It's normal to have a big siesta afterwards. Happy birthday to ski town, baby. benefits to going to Lebanon around this time of year was, of course, snow.
Oh, it's nice and sunny.
Because Lebanon is so mountainous, it actually is a fantastic place. Maybe one of the only places in the Middle East where you can actually ski.
That's my middle name.
I don't have a lot of experience with skiing, and yet after the first few hours I got really confident and I got really good at it until eventually I worked my way up the mountain. It felt like 20 minutes to get up there. It's incredible. You just feel at certain parts like you can't even see over the edge or it's about to turn, and there's that part of your brain that comes in, just those thoughts that start like oozing into the foreground, and they're like, why are you doing this? You should turn back. And although all these things are true, they're not helpful. You have to remind yourself you've worked up to this place. You've worked your way up the mountain. You should be able for this now. So I just went for it. Religion is a big part of Lebanon and Lebanese culture. It's one of the rare places in the Middle East where there's a fine balance between Christianity and Islam. For the most part, the country seems to be in balance, in unity, with religion not even being an issue. But the other thing is that it's actually a big part of the culture. My family, for example, would be quite Christian, and it's important to pray. It's important to go to church. And even at rare occasions, it's important to have a priest over to bless your living space. Religion's this funny thing. I understand why anyone would ever feel Christian or have faith in God, and I don't judge them for that. And I think that's beautiful, that you have faith without even knowing. And then atheists, well, I feel like people who've become atheists have probably become a bit more cynical about the world and about things, and probably feel like religion has failed them. And probably are just too pragmatic for things like that, probably a bit too practical. And people like that are beautiful because they do incredible things in society as well. We need both, and I don't think either one should strive to change the other one's point of view or become the other one's point of view. We need both of those crazy extremes. You're all beautiful in all your own ways. But yeah, religion's big there, and it's kind of cool. I love it. I really appreciated it this year more than ever. Next up is the nightlife. The club scene is big, the dancing is big. You can't go anywhere without getting proper service, you know, always getting nuts with your drinks and things like that. At one point we were dancing so much, we didn't even realise we were the only ones dancing. Around us started moving and getting into the groove, and the bartender enjoyed us so much that he gave us free shots. It was excellent. Overall, Lebanon is a very special place for me. As you get older, you just really appreciate time more, and the distance you have to go to see people that are related to you, you know? For me, the feeling identity of having these different cultures unite that are from completely different worlds means a lot, and hence why I've got the cedar tree tattooed on my shoulder. And seeing the opposite and seeing how they're different and how they're similar, and I think that opens up your mind a bit more to the way people think and the way people identify themselves, and so I avoid the news like it's sickness. I don't think it's good. I think you have to be careful what you let in here. Lebanon has gone through a lot. A lot of it stems from places wanting bits of Lebanon. Other parts are of blame to Lebanon. Like anywhere, like any country, like even Ireland. Everywhere has its past, and everywhere has good bits and bad bits. But the most important thing to remember is everywhere has these things that unite us, like faith, food, family, dancing. We all have our different cultures and different ways of saying things and different ways of seeing things and our different rituals, but they always have the same roots. And I think Lebanon is one of the most beautiful places I've ever seen in the world. There's a lot to explore, and it's a tiny country in ways, but there's so many gorgeous things, and I haven't even touched on it enough of it in this video. This trip was just a week, so everything you're seeing here is a glimpse of a week. If you want to see another video that's maybe a bit more touristy, you can check out my older video at the end. Thank you for tuning in.